Howdy folks, we're cooking again. I gotta feed the cat too while I'm at it because she's been yelling at me. I'm doing it right now. I'm feeding you. It's only 10 minutes past your normal food time. You weirdo. Easy. Want that food? Okay. All right, folks. We're talking and cooking again. What are we cooking? Well, easy peasy today. I am making salmon, garlic butter, not garlic butter. Well, I guess I am making garlic butter. Salmon and garlic toast with some sourdough bread here. I just gotta cut that in half because I'm not gonna be able to cook the whole thing in this pan that I'm gonna use. But there's my bread. And I'm just gonna steam some broccoli that I got at Trader Joe's. I got all this at Trader Joe's. And I wanna try today this Trader Joe's salmon rub. Salmon. I feel weird saying salmon, but everybody yells at me if I say salmon because I'm from the South. Can't get that open. I don't know what's in this rub, but Trader Joe's seasonings have never let me down. So we're gonna use that today. See what happens. All right. What am I going to talk about though? Other than just the cooking stuff. Well, people are stupid. Two instances I ran into. One was yesterday and one has been the last few days. Dollop my butter in here. I need to melt that down. A little bit, not a lot of bit. Just a little bit. Butter. About a tablespoon. It's probably too much, but you know, why not? Butter. So, what am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about virtue signaling idiots. And how I'm so tired of it. A lot of people are going to chop up some fresh garlic, but I like to buy this garlic oil. I find it at Ross all the time, and it's amazing. You don't have to use very much of it because it's concentrated garlic. And to me, that's just perfect. I like it. So really, got my garlic and my butter. We're going to warm that up for about not even 10 seconds while I open this up and pay attention, because if I don't, it'll melt too much. Oh shit, I cut that. Okay. What'd I say? I think it goes quick. So we're going to get the salmon out of here. Shit exploded. But it's perfectly melted how I want it. All right. I got 2 pieces of salmon here. So one of these I'm not going to use today. The other one I'm going to use. Obviously. If I can get this out of here. So I like Trader Joe's salmon. I was looking for a salmon steak, which is that whole big piece. I couldn't find it. Nobody here had it. So I guess that's not going to happen. What we're going to do is dry that salmon off. So, virtue signaling dummies, right? Now, why would I talk about them again? Well, they're on the rampage. They are on the rampage. I've talked about Joey Swole before on this channel. These crazy people are trying to cancel him again for something completely normal and sensible and logical. And if you're on the internet much, you already know what I'm talking about. Drying the salmon off because we want it crispy, right? Crispy's good. Dry it off. Now that it's dry, we can do what we want to do. Which is not butter. A little bit of oil. So Joey Swole responded to some video of a lady in a gym somewhere. Was freaking out. Because she walked into the gym and lo and behold, what was in the locker room? Where she was naked. She was naked, turned around, and there was a man. I'll just say it, a man. You could say trans woman, you know, whatever you want to identify as, but it was a man. Just standing there looking at her. Just looking at her naked body. Now, this woman obviously freaked out a little bit. And I don't laugh because of the situation. I laugh because of how stupid we've allowed this thing to become. Where we just allow delusional people to do whatever they want to fucking do. And I'm talking about the trans woman here. The trans identifying, whatever, feminine identifying, call it whatever you want. I don't care. But this was a dude, okay? So this woman was freaking out, and I think it was Gold's Gym. So they were going to kick the woman out. What is that? It's like a hair. Get it out of there. So they were going to kick the woman out of the gym for complaining rather loudly because she said something like, "Sir, what are you doing in here?" Like, she saw a guy. She's like, "What are you doing in here? I'm naked." It's the women's locker room. And this person immediately got really rude with her. There must be some brown sugar in this because it is not wanting to come out. But this person got immediately really rude with her and almost berated her. You know, I'm a woman. I have every right to be in here. So, okay. This lady was a little freaked out by this and went out and complained to the gym. The gym comes back and kicks her out of the gym. So, you know, Joey Swole responds to stuff like this all the time. Bullies in the gym, right? Bullies in the gym. And that's what this was, a bully. Remember, I have said that leftists, and especially those with the trans movement, they bully everybody into submission. And that's exactly what happened here. And Gold's Gym sided with her. So Joey Swole was like, look, women have every right to feel safe in the locker room of the gym. If you're not making them feel safe, then you're not really doing your job. You know, you're catering to these fucking delusional people. You know, and if you want to be trans, that's completely fine. But you don't have the right to be mad if you make a woman uncomfortable because you're standing there, a man, in the women's locker room. You just don't, okay? You don't have a right to that because, you know, as mad as it'll make you, you are not a woman. And of course, Joey makes a video about this and all these virtue signaling gremlins come out and try to cancel him. They call him a transphobe. He's not scared of anything. He's not scared of these people just because he called one out and said, hey, you're making a woman uncomfortable and you're being an asshole. That's what he said. So the not phobes, but you know who I'm talking about. They come out, and if you say anything criticizing anything on their side, they call you a phobe of some sort. It's exhausting, honestly. It is exhausting. And a little bit, girl. A little bit more. He's made a few videos responding to this at this point, but he didn't apologize this time. Like the first time what was the one time he did the Hulk Hogan thing and he apologized and everybody's like, why'd you even apologize to these morons? So this time he didn't apologize. He just made a video acknowledging it and saying, you know what? Fuck y'all. Women have a right to feel safe in the gym. Thank you, Joey Swole, for not caving to these idiots. I understood why he apologized the first time. You know, I got it, but people didn't like that because why are you apologizing to the woke mob? Because they wouldn't apologize to you. They don't give a fuck. They're the meanest bullies on the block. That's just how they are. Let's get this butter on this toast. Oh, yeah. So he didn't apologize. But, of course, everybody, you know, he runs like a sauce company. And these crazy people are going on his sauce company's website doing review bombing. his sauce company, because these people have nothing better to do in their lives other than be mad at somebody who is more successful than them. And the second that successful person says something they don't like, they get mad. You know why? It's because they're insecure little bitches who are not successful in their own life. They have a victim complex, and they think that everybody should give them something, including respect that they didn't earn or deserve in the first place, because bullies don't deserve respect. Kiss my ass. If you're acting like that, you don't deserve respect. Your respect card has been revoked. Revoked. So that's the Joey Swoll situation. But he's being pretty based about it this time. He is not apologizing. So good on you, Joey Swoll. Now, the other instance that I'll talk about, since we're finally ready to cook here, I think. Yeah, we're good. Let me cut that down a little bit. I want to cook my salmon. Salmon. Get that oil around there a little bit. This is going to sizzle nice and good. Skin first. We'll let that skin crisp up. And then we'll flip it. It's going to be good, y'all. So the instance that I'm going to talk about was one directed at me. Not on my YouTube channel, but this was on Facebook, where I get in the fights with all the dummies so that I can get content for my channel. So I saw this post about the French president, Emmanuel Macron. Macron, I guess that's his name. Let's go ahead and make this. This broccoli. I'm just gonna steam it 4 minutes, and it's about his like really old wife, who was a predator. His wife was a predator. They met when he was a child in school, a minor, and then she groomed him, allegedly, to be her boyfriend. So that happened. Now, the French are weird people, but still, in general, that is a no-no. Okay, we're not going to do that. So this woman, younger woman, I'm going to assume Gen Z, commented this long ranting paragraph, like really angry at older women preying on younger men. Okay, I get it. It's bad. But one thing stood out to me that kind of annoyed me. She was virtue signaling in the first place. But, go ahead and start this. But what got on my nerves was how she said that she didn't know a single man who hadn't been taken advantage of when they were 14 or 15 by a woman in her 20s. She didn't know a single man who hadn't been taken advantage of by a female predator. Look, I know you're full of shit. You're full of shit, lady. That doesn't happen as often as you want it to happen, so that your virtue signaling is justified. I find it highly to be unlikely. Find it to be highly unlikely. I can't speak right now. Find it to be highly unlikely, is what I was trying to say, Becky, that you don't know a single man who hasn't been taken advantage of by an adult female pedophile. Because, in general, across the board, only 1.2% of people are ever going to be molested or groomed in that manner. So it doesn't really happen that much. It happens too much, but it doesn't happen as much as you want it to happen, so that your virtue signaling is justified, Becky. So I called her out. I said, I don't know that I believe that. So you must be hanging out with some oddball men if you don't know any men that haven't been molested. That's weird. So she replied in the most vitriolic, crazed, pissed off manner that you could possibly think of. I mean, she was hurling every insult she could figure out to throw at me, telling me that I don't even remember what she was saying, but she was just turned into a fucking gremlin, okay? She's already being one, but she turned into a bigger one. And I was just like, what the fuck, lady? Why would you get that mad at me for saying? I basically was calling her a lie, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be nice anymore. I told her she's either lying, or she's virtue signaling, or it's probably both, and it was both. And then she just continued to get more and more angry with me at that point. But I was like, you know what, and she was telling me that I was the problem. I was the reason men don't open up. No, lady. It's because if a man does open up and tell you about something like that, you probably shut him down. And what she was doing, she was going at me so hard and so angrily and so just spitting venom, right? What have we learned about these politicians that do this when they're so staunchly against gay rights or trans rights or any kind of rights? They're all mad about it, right? And then they find those same politicians with a trans prostitute, or they find them on Grindr. It's because they're fucking projecting and virtue signaling. And I called this woman out for it. I was like, you're projecting and virtue signaling, and you're mad that I called you out for it. The reason I called her out for it wasn't because she was standing up for men. It's because she was doing it in a fake way, and that pisses me off. I don't like that, Becky. So, in doing this, and pissing her off and calling her out, Becky essentially she knew I'd called her. But we don't need these virtue signaling gremlins to speak for us. What she was saying was that if she doesn't know a single man who wasn't taken advantage of, then she's saying she doesn't believe that men have any agency in their lives, and that we're too stupid maybe to realize that we're being taken advantage of. Now, I'm not shitting on anybody who has had that happen. If it had, it's fucking terrible. Obviously, it should never happen. But if only 1.6% of people in general are ever having that happen, then all the men you know we're not taking advantage of. Stop fucking speaking for us. Stop it. Stop being offended on behalf of other people. Stop it. Stop your projection bullshit. Stop it. Stop your virtue signaling bullshit. Stop it. Y'all know what movie I watched yesterday? That was all I was talking about with that. I watched Falling Down for the first time with Michael Douglas. It's a 1993 movie. And it's about how society's falling apart and doesn't make any fucking sense anymore. So this guy starts losing his shit. It is a movie, a whole almost 2-hour movie of a justified crash out. And it is super fucking relevant to today. I feel like a lot of you, if you've seen it, you'd be like, yeah, I identify with that guy. Because what the fuck is society now? It's crazy. But, am I going to put this in a bowl? Yeah, let's do a bowl. Duh. I mean, why would it not be a bowl? But yeah, this movie's even relevant to what I'm talking about right now, about how we've allowed, we stopped telling people to shut the fuck up. That's the problem, is we stopped telling people to shut up when they don't make any fucking sense. We just let them talk. We just let them talk. And when you let them talk, you give an inch, they take a mile, right? They start bullying because you let them talk. Now they think they're justified with anything they want to fucking say, no matter how fucking stupid it is. And they think that everybody needs to conform to what they believe and what they do and how they live and how they think. Their beliefs. How many times have I said that that's actually fascism? I've said it a few times, Becky. You're just not listening. Let's sear the sides of this. Charred as fuck, man. I'm pretty sure there was brown sugar in that what's it. Turn this off. Turn this off. And flip again. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But essentially, Becky, we're done now. Put this broccoli on the plate. And then I'm going to dribble a little bit. Move this over. Oh man, look at that. going to be amazing. A little bit of umami on the broccoli. Not too much, just a little. And a little bit of that garlic oil that I said I had earlier. All right, dinner's done. I lost my train of thought, but that's fine. Because right now, we got this. Look at that. Sir, do you understand how good this is going to taste? Don't virtue signal, folks. It's stupid. And it's not respectable. We know you're fake. Don't speak on behalf of other people. If those people are not offended, if those people are not... We don't care. We don't care. Just stop doing it. It's annoying, and it makes you look like the fakest piece of shit on the planet. Y'all have a good one.